Thomas Frank as he speaks ahead of Tottenham's Champions League game tomorrow.
What do you know of this team, a team built by a manager that believes in good players and good people like you?
Oh, yeah, huge respect for Marcelinho. Yeah, I think he's done a top job. We can see his team is well structured, well organized the way they play. They like to dominate as much as possible on the ball, and I've been impressed with what I've seen, and it's going to be a good challenge.
Romero coming up against Juan Foyth, your Argentina teammate who played here as well. How good is he? A captain with strong leadership, very hard to get past. What's your message to your teammates about how to get past him?
Bueno, buenas tardes primero. Sí, bueno, Juan lo conozco, jugamos juntos en la sub-20, compartimos sub-23 y bueno, tenemos la posibilidad de seguir compartiendo en la selección mayor, donde conseguimos lo máximo con nuestra selección y nada, es un gran jugador, una gran persona, pasó por el club, seguramente va a ser un partido también importante para él, así que nada, le deseamos lo mejor y esperemos recibirlo bien mañana.
Pepe has won Player of the Month in his league, beating Yamal, Mbappe, Nicholas as well, Nico Williams as well. Tell me about how good your defence is, though. You've done well this season keeping clean sheets, but you've never lost a major final, and we can't forget Van der Ven's brilliant clearance in the Europa League final. How strong are you feeling in this competition?
Creo que siempre nos focalizamos en nuestro trabajo.
Focus on our jobs, our own work.
We
have a great manager at the moment. We have a defensive coach who works well with us. We've been 3 years with him. We always want to try and improve. We've started well. If you take Bournemouth out of the equation, we've done well. It was unfortunate that we couldn't quite hold on for the last 7 minutes in the final against Paris, but we always work hard preparing for the next game. We do our best no matter who we're playing against. It's all about trying to increase our performances, improve. As I say, we know each other quite a long time, the defence, played together, so we're experienced with each other. But it's all about improving whenever we can and working hard.
Hi Thomas, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
The format of the Champions League, this is the second year of this new format. You a fan?
I think in general I'm a person who's open for different things. I saw it from the outside last year. Now I need to try it and live it. For now, I think it looks interesting and promising. I think no matter where the format, it's a Champions League game tomorrow. We're looking forward to that, and we'll do everything we can to win it.
Do you have an idea of how many points you'll need to get through?
I don't focus on that. I focus on one thing. Let's see if we can beat Villarreal tomorrow. That's the most important thing. After that, we're playing, I can't remember, Brighton, I think, and then, one game at a time.
And your journey, just when I first met you and you came through at Brentford, you were trying to get out of the Championship. Now you're in the Champions League. Tell me about your journey from Griffin Park and small compact ground to the very top in your profession right now.
Of course, it's a fantastic, opportunity or experience tomorrow. I'll call it experience tomorrow in many ways. You say we played with Brentford in Championship at Griffin Park, small compact stadium, and tomorrow we are playing in one of the best stadiums in the world, if maybe the best, again, in front of our fantastic fans. It's European night. We know they will be absolutely on it. It will be so special. So, really looking forward to the first 2 minutes and the Champions League anthem, and then his focus on the game.
Matt.
Hello, Kutik. May I start with a question to you? I think a lot of us thought this season you may not be at Spurs. You may have left in the summer. Instead, you're here as the captain. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened, why you felt ready to commit your future to Spurs and what you hope will happen next?
Bueno, como lo dije
Like I've said
hace
before,
poco en una entrevista
I spoke in an interview with sometimes in football, stuff that comes out on social media and in the press in general. I never said I wanted to leave the club. Nothing ever came through me to that effect. The most important thing is that what people say here at the club and what I say, and people like the manager and the president here, it's important what they say, not anyone else. I'm very happy here. Tottenham for me it's a family, one big family. The first day that I arrived here, they gave everything to me. I'm really happy since Thomas has arrived. He took his decision to offer to lengthen my contract, to extend my contract. I was happy at the club. I like the managers that's arrived. I like the way that we're working, the way that we train together. Of course, always things can improve, and that's what we always try and do, you know. And that's what we have to do day to day. But I think everyone is taking the right decisions here at the club at all levels to make sure that we're going in the right direction to achieve success. I'm very happy here, and that's the key.
And Thomas, may I ask you a question, please? You're almost 100 days, I think, now into Spurs' career, and I think we've all been impressed with most of it. But I just wondered if you could give us an idea, with hindsight, what you might have done differently against Bournemouth. It's sort of the one game where it may have not gone quite as you planned.
I think first and foremost, I would just like to win it. It'll be easier. But no, I think that was a bad performance, and it definitely didn't get better when I watched it back. I always try to look at myself and what I could have done better. So I think actually I didn't think I helped the players well enough in that game, and took a wrong decision in terms of the planning. Not that we didn't have a plan for phase 1 and phase 2. Now getting very tactical, but that was the bit where we should have done more in this game. Not that we didn't do anything. That was the biggest thing. Then I would say that big respect to Bournemouth. They are a very difficult and tricky team to play against. So they did very well. They hit a top level, and we didn't hit a good level. So there's a bad combination, that bit. So we learn from it and move forward.
Tom. It's a question for Cristian, for Cuti. We were watching you guys in training earlier. It looked like a lot of fun in the driving rain. At one point, you were doing some press-ups in training. I just wanted to know what the story was there. Was it a forfeit for something that had happened? Can you explain why you were doing press-ups?
Excited to hear what he's saying now.
No, sí, la verdad que siempre nos divertimos más allá.
We always have fun in the training sessions, irrespective of what game we've got coming up. But yeah, I had to do some press-ups because I lost the ball in the round, so it was a punishment for losing the ball too often in the passing exercise. Important thing is tomorrow we're playing Champions League for the first time for 2 seasons, and that makes everyone happy, doesn't it? You know, everyone in the group gives you that bit of excitement. The staff, the technical team. We really want to start off on the right foot tomorrow. That's the main thing.
And obviously, again, to Cuti, this season could be very exciting, both for club and country. You've got, a chance, hopefully, to defend the World Cup next summer. The question that a lot of fans, not just Argentina fans, are asking at the moment is, will Lionel Messi be involved there? I mean, first of all, if you know, can you let us know? And if not, how much are you hoping that the great Lionel Messi will be with you guys at the World Cup next summer?
Bueno, Leo, primero te respondo por Leo. Pienso que
está
muy bien, puede seguir.
I think he's fit. I think he could easily take part. It's his decision. We all enjoy playing with him. We all enjoy watching him play. For me, for people who know about football, I think he's the biggest player in history. I love having him as a teammate in the dressing room and sharing moments with him. We've had some very happy times together. And of course, course. I think he's going to be right for the World Cup. Of course he is. As for the rest and the season, I think I go by day to day. Tomorrow we have a massive game, very key game for us. My head's focused on that game. And then when I'm with the national team, it's still a long time before we start thinking about the World Cup. Lots of months ahead before that comes into the frame. It's all about concentrating on Tottenham and the game tomorrow. We've really got to get a win tomorrow night. That's very key.
Hi, Cristian. You talk about Spurs as a family. Is it inevitable that there might be a few arguments within a family?
Yeah. No, por ahora no hemos tenido discusiones con...
We've not had any up to now, to be fair.
Con ninguno, la verdad que tenemos un buen arranque de temporada.
We've had a great start to the season. There's a lot where we can improve upon still, of course there is, but things to work on, but no. We've created a lovely group to work with. The previous manager, Ange, had put this group together to start with, and now Thomas has arrived. He's brought in new players as well, and we're all fitting in nicely. Lots of young guys here now. Lots to learn and grow, but I think it's knitting together nicely. I think when you are a family like this off the field, it's much more easier to get to achieve things on the field when there's that harmony off it.
Thanks. And my second question is, you made quite a number of statements last season, and we could sit here and go through all of them, but I just want to ask you about one, please, which was the one that you released when Thomas was appointed, and you paid tribute to Ange. You said that you paved the way, like the many obstacles that always existed and always will exist. I just wanted to ask you, do you feel that those obstacles are not here now? Thanks.
Sí, hice muchas entrevistas.
I did say quite a few declarations and make quite a few statements. But I never wanted to seem like I was speaking badly about people within the club or the setup. I'm a sort of person who sometimes commits the odd error when I'm speaking, but I always wanted the best for the club. Also, things have been said, attributed to me that I didn't say. But now I see a structure that is really positive, and a structure within which we can all grow. It's one of the biggest clubs around. There was one or two things in the past, but now I see a club with great organisation, with clear ideas, with a manager who is putting things right and sorting everything out, and is showing real positivity in the short time that he's been with us. I think we're all pulling in the same direction, and I think that's the main thing. It's key to carry on like that, of course. There are objectives for the season and aims, but first and foremost, our heads are all on tomorrow's game. It's exciting. We're playing the Champions League tomorrow, and that's the key thing that we're all thinking about right now.
Hi, Thomas. Obviously, your first Champions League game tomorrow. Have you got any kind of early memories, either growing up or older, of the European Cup or Champions League games that kind of stand out for you in your mind?
Of course, watched a lot of Champions League games. I think that was... I actually been down. When did the format start? When was that? 90? When was that? When was
92, I think.
92? Was that the first one? Because I was like, maybe it was Champions League, but I definitely remember that one in 92. That was the one with Barcelona against was Sampdoria or something like that in the final, where Michael Laudrup played, and I think Ronald Koeman scored on a fantastic free kick. So some standout games and finals. Of course, you'll remember the 99 Man United triple, and also fantastic, got crazy win against Bayern, the Liverpool Milan 3-3. So there's so many Champions League memories, so many big games.
And then one for Kuti.
Thomas Frank and Cristian Romero speaking there ahead of Tottenham's Champions League game against Villarreal tomorrow. Right, well.